is broken. Don't ever forget you're golden. I will find a light in your soul, I'll be there.
Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know I am uploading a video after almost 1.5 years, but that's not the point to be discussed in this video. So here I am with my new gaming PC build. So I'll explain you the component, starting with the cabinet. So this is a Antec GX202 cabinet. It has two LED fans in the front, one fan in the back, so it will pull the air from front and throw it from the back, so we'll have a positive airflow. It has an acrylic transparent panel, and along with that we have a power button here, reset button here, then two USB 3 ports and audio jack. So starting with the motherboard, we have MSI Pro VDH Max. It's a B450 motherboard. For the graphic card, we have Galax 1660 Super, one click. 1660 Super is the best graphics card you can get in this price range. And for the processor, we have Ryzen 5 3500. And for the memory, we are going with one stick right now. I'll upgrade it later. So it's a Corsair Vengeance LPX 8GB 3000 MHz RAM. As this motherboard does not have Wi-Fi inbuilt, so I have got a Wi-Fi dongle. And for the power supply, we have got here Corsair CV450. It's a 80 plus bronze certified power supply. I know for this build I should have gone for 550 watt, but I am under a budget, so I have gone for 450. If I see if I need more power later, then I'll upgrade it to 550. So let's start building it.
So before installing the processor, I am removing these clips. And guys, I forgot to mention the storage device that I am using. So for this build I am going with a 250GB SSD, 2.5 inch SATA SSD. I was gonna go for NVMe, but that was quite out of my budget, so I have settled with a gigabit 250GB. It has a DRAM, so we should never buy DRAM less SSD. You'll find link for all these parts in the description below. I'm lifting the retention arm, and now we are going to place the processor in the slot. You have to match the triangle that is on the processor and that on the motherboard. You'll see a little triangle. You just have to place it, you don't have to push it, and then close the retention arm. That's it. You don't have to apply a lot of force to do this. It should go easily. Now it's time to put the stock fencing. It comes with pre-applied thermal paste, so we don't have to put the thermal paste again. While screwing in the fencing, you have to go in a crisscross pattern. So by doing this, we will not put a lot of stress on a single point on the motherboard. Usually they will bottom out. Now I'm putting the RAM. So there's only one way you can put the RAM. Just open this lever, and your motherboard will show you in which RAM you should put. Ideally, if you are going with two sticks, you should go for the second and fourth slot. That would be mentioned on your manual or the motherboard. Right now I'm going with only one stick, so I'm just putting it into the second slot. Installing the fan power cable. Now let's install the power supply in the cabinet. The cabinet doesn't come with a power supply shroud, so you have to put it carefully. Just make sure the fan on the power supply is pointing towards the ventilation of your case. In my case, the ventilation is at the bottom, so I have put it accordingly. The power supply is installed. Now I am installing the IO shield. This should be the first thing you do even before aligning the standoffs, motherboard standoffs. You have to put a little pressure and it will snap into the place. Now let's put the motherboard in. Before putting the motherboard, make sure you have the standoffs correctly in the cabinet. Then place your motherboard, hold it with the CPU fencing, align it correctly. Make sure the motherboard holes are aligning with the standoffs. Once they are, start fastening the screws. So now it's time to install the graphics card. So you have to open this clip, put the graphics card in, and it should snap easily. You will hear a snap sound and you will know that it's placed properly. So with this we are pretty much done with the build. Now only cable connection and management is remaining. That part I will skip because I am not good at it. So the PC is built. Let's see how it games. So the first game that we are going to test today is Apex Legend, because I am going to play Apex Legend mostly on this PC. So as you can see on the left top corner, you can see the CPU and GPU utilization along with the temperature and the frames that we are getting. So with the video recording going on, so this recording is with balanced frame rate, easily getting 90 frames per second. CPU usage goes till 98 and 100, and GPU is around 93. So the GPU's base clock is around 1500 megahertz and it is overclocking to 1845 megahertz. CPU I have not overclocked it, and without the recording I usually easily get 100 plus FPS. The resolution is set to 180p and all the settings are set to high. Now I'm going to show you a lossless recording. As you can see, with lossless recording we have less number of frames going on, approximately 70 frames per second, and I have observed that Ryzen 3500 kind of bottlenecks 1660 Super.
Damn it, I'm hit. Grenade out. I'm down.
Shot fired.
Target here.
They're hitting me. Firing. Downed an enemy. Reloading.
Now let's jump to GTA 5. So GTA 5 is installed on my hard disk. It's a laptop hard disk of 1 TB with 5200 RPM. So it's pretty slow. But as you can see, we are easily getting 90 plus frames along with the recording. And yes, this recording is in the balanced mode. Frames are going till 130, and just playing the game without recording, the frame rate goes up to 144. And one more thing I would like to mention here is that I have 144 Hz FreeSync enabled Samsung monitor. So I have enabled FreeSync and G-Sync and it is working pretty fine. I will put the link to the monitor also. It's a 24-inch 144 Hz Samsung VA panel, Full HD. And the basic rule for using G-Sync is that you have to keep V-Sync and G-Sync on in the NVIDIA control panel, and you have to disable V-Sync in game setting. Now let's play Valorant. So the Valorant recording is lossless, and you can see even with the lossless recording we are getting approximately 144 frames. There are bit frame drops here in the video, but those were not there in the gameplay, those were in the video recording. So there's not much of a difference even with the lossless video recording in Valorant. You can easily play it at 144 frames G-Synced.
Cover going out. Here. Here. Watch them run.
So guys, that is all about this video. If you guys have any question regarding this build, then you can put it in the comment section below. I'll try to answer all of them. If you really like this video, please press that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. I'm going to start streaming soon. So if you love Valorant or Apex gameplay, you should definitely subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys.
Careful now. Going up. Come on, let's go. Huh.